This is Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 24, verse text 59. Akshohi nainam pratibhir. Is that the verse? Akshohi nainam pratibhir. Ashuraya nripa lanchahanai. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Abharaya kritodhyamaha. Akshohi ninam patibhir. Ashuraya nipa lanchanai. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Abharaya kritodhyama. Akshohi ninam patibhir. Ashuraya nripalancanai. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Abharaya kritodhyamaha. Akshohininam patibhir. Ashuraya nripalanjanai. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Abharaya kritodhyamaha. Patibhir. Nipalancanai. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Abharaya kritodhyamaha. Nam patibhir. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Akshohininam patibhir. Ashuraya nipalancanai. Bhuva akramyamanaya. Abharaya kritodhyamaha. Akshohininam. Of kings possessing great military power. Patibhi. By such kings or government. Asurai, actually demons, because they do not need such military power, but create it unnecessarily. Nipalanchanai, who are actually unfit to be kings, although they have somehow taken possession of the government. Bhuvaha, on the surface of the earth. Akramyamanaya, aiming at attacking one another. Abharaya, paving the way for diminishing the number of demons on the surface of the earth. Kritodayamya, enthusiastic. They spend all the revenue of the state to increase military power. Translation: although the demons who take possession of the government and dress like men of government, they do not know the duty of the government. Consequently, by the arrangement of God, such demons who possess great military strength fight with one another, and thus the great burden of the demons on the surface of the earth is reduced. The demons increase their military power by the will of the Supreme, so that their number will be diminished, and the devotees will have a chance to advance in Krishna consciousness. Purport. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 4.8, Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkritam. The sadhus, the devotees of the Lord, are always eager to advance in the cause of Krishna consciousness, so that the conditioned souls may be released from the bondage of birth and death. But the asuras, the demons, impede the advancement of Krishna consciousness movement, and therefore Krishna arranges occasional fights between different asuras who are very much interested in increasing their military power. The duty of the government or kings is not to increase military power unnecessarily. The real duty of the government is to see that the people of the state advance in Krishna consciousness. For this purpose, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4.13, Chaturvanya maya system guna karma vivagasha. According to the three modes of material nature and the work ascribed to them, the four divisions of human society were created by me. There should be an ideal class of men who are bona fide brahmanas, and they should be given all protection. Namo brahmanya devaya gobhamana hitaya cha. Krishna is very fond of the brahmanas and the cows. The brahmanas promulgate the cause of advancement in Krishna consciousness, and the cows give enough milk to maintain the body in the mode of goodness. The Kshatriya and the government should be advised by the brahmanas. Next, the Vaishyas should produce enough foodstuff, and the Shudras, who cannot be anything benefited on their own, should serve the three higher classes, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas. This is the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that the conditioned souls will be released from the material condition and return home back to Godhead. This is the purpose of Krishna's descent on the surface of the earth. Everyone must advance and understand Krishna's activities. Janma karma chame divyam. If one understands the purpose of Krishna's coming to this earth and performing his activities, one is immediately liberated. This liberation is the purpose of the creation of and Krishna's descent upon the surface of the earth. Demons are very much interested in advancing in plan by which people will labor hard like cats and dogs and hogs. But Krishna's devotees want to teach Krishna consciousness so that the people will be satisfied with plain living and Krishna conscious advancements. Although demons have created many plans for industry and hard labor so that people will work day and night like animals, this is not the purpose of civilization. Such endeavor are jagat hitaha, that is, they are meant for the for the misfortune of the peoples in general. Kshatriya, such activities lead to kshayaya, such activities lead to annihilation. One who understands the purpose of Krishna consciousness, understand the purpose of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, should seriously understand the importance of the Krishna consciousness movement and seriously take part in it. One should not endeavor for ugra karma or unnecessary work for sense gratification. Nayanam pramatta kurute vikramya jad indriya pittam aprinoti. That's from Bhagavatam 5.5.4. Simply for sense gratification, people make plans for material happiness. Maya sukhya baram udvahato vimudhan. Bhagavatam 7.9.43. They do this because they are all vimudhas, rascals. For flickering happiness, people waste their human energy and not understanding the importance of the Krishna conscious movement, but instead accusing the simple devotees of brainwashing. Demons may falsely accuse the preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement, but Krishna will arrange a fight between the demons in which all their military power will be engaged and both parties of demons will be finished, annihilated. Panchakalvatavasya kipasinivyavcha patitanam pavanevya Vaishnavivya namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Srila Prabhupada here is very strongly stating that the purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement is a very serious movement, because here we are trained to become first-class devotees of Krishna. So it's not a joke. Krishna consciousness movement we have to practice seriously. Prabhupada explains here, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaisya, Sudra. The 4 types of living entities that Krishna created, Chaturvanya Maya system, Guna Karma Vivakasa. This system of Varnashram system that Krishna created is to create the first-class Brahmanas. The Brahmanas are the higher class of the living entities in this world among all the people. Brahmana, the top of the people. And then there's Kshatriya, military class. And Vaisya, the people who are working the farms, who produce food grains. And Shudras, they serve the 3 other classes. So Brahmanas means one who knows, Brahmana, the knowledge of the scriptures, the knowledge of the Vedas. And the purpose of the Vedas is to know Krishna as the Supreme. We simply study day and night, but if you don't know what is the purpose of knowledge, then what is the use of such knowledge? Vedasya sarvar ahamaiva vedya. Krishna says the purpose of the Vedas, ahamaiva vedya, the purpose of the Vedas and the knowledge, the end of the knowledge, Krishna says, I am to be known. So the Bhagavatam clearly states that Krishna comes to this world and he has a purpose. Just like you go somewhere, you don't just go there. You're going there for a reason, for work, business purpose, whatever. Or if you choose to go somewhere for a holiday. So there is a purpose behind our coming here or going somewhere. So when Krishna comes here, his purpose is to establish dharma, religious principles. So at the moment, we're living in Kali Yuga where the system is broken. The society today is ruled by demons. That's what Prabhupada says here. Asura. Asura means demons. Demon doesn't mean you have a horn coming out of a head, or teeth going the sideways, or you have a big ear coming. Demons can be someone who is wearing suit and tie. Because your lifestyle is demoniac. You're against religious principles. You propagate irreligious activities. That is a demoniac society. We're living in today in a demoniac society where the living entities are trained to become more demons. Adharma. There is no religious principles being followed in this age. So that is the purpose of the Hare Krishna movement. Prabhupada time and again mentioning in this purport. The purpose of Hare Krishna movement, the purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement, ISKCON particularly, but the purpose of Krishna coming here is to establish religious principles. Dharma samstapanaya, stapana. Sambhavami juge juge. Krishna says, I come every millennium, every yuga, to establish the dharma when the religious principles is lost. Nashta prayasu. Then he comes again and again to establish the Dharma. So if he doesn't purposely, he himself comes, he sends his representative who helps to establish the Dharma on behalf of Krishna, like Srila Prabhupada. So we're living in this age. It's a very difficult age because we're being challenged. It's a very difficult age for us to practice Krishna consciousness. Just like right now, we're distributing books marathon. It's a very difficult task to go out every day, approach people on the street, and they're very nasty. They don't want books from you. You have to talk to them nicely and tolerate. Sometimes they swear at you, and so many things. So there's a lot of challenges to preach Krishna consciousness. There's a lot of challenges to make people Krishna's devotee, even amongst ourselves. There's so many challenges we have to face with. So these challenges is for us to become stronger in Krishna consciousness. See what is the reason why I have to go through this. Because Krishna wants us to surrender. Krishna wants us to become stronger devotee. So here, the 4 ashramas there was mentioned. So why do Krishna come? Because he takes compassion on us. So as his devotee. Krishna's devotee, they're as merciful as Krishna because they come here, they can bear the suffering of others. The demons, they take pleasure in taking other people's suffering. This is why it's here, Prabhupada is mentioning. The demoniac people, the demoniac entity, the demoniac society today, they work aiming at establishing themselves as the supreme. And in verse, it says in this verse, Akramanyaya. Akramanya also in Bengali, Akraman. Akraman means fighting, attacking. And this is going on today. It's going on. So Krishna says here, sometimes Krishna arranges fight between the demons. So they kill each other. And then when there's less demons, reduce of demoniac society, then it's easier for us to practice Krishna consciousness. There's less demons. There's a reason. So when Krishna comes here, he himself kills the big demon. That's not easy for us to kill. That's why Krishna has to come as Rama, because Ravana is not easy to kill. Only Lord Ram. And Kamsa, all the big demons. Krishna himself needed to come down and kill. So sometimes Krishna, in this verse, it is mentioned that Krishna arranges that they fight among themselves, so that the demonic society is reduced. So it's easier for a devotee to practice Krishna consciousness. And it has been predicted this coming year, this 26. Someone was telling me, there will be nuclear war. We are sitting here thinking, oh, what I'm going to do tomorrow. You may not have a tomorrow left. It's a very serious Krishna consciousness. Chant your round sincerely. Call on Krishna, tears in your eyes. We don't have much time here. Don't think only the demons will die. We'll also die. So, if we can really deeply understand the process of Krishna consciousness and its activities related to Krishna, and that what we are meant to do, the back of what we do, the bottom line is to please Krishna. The bottom line of Krishna consciousness. I actually developed love for Krishna. I just came back from Gold Coast. We had a Harinam there, almost like 10 days of Harinam. Very full on. We start at 7, finish 11:30. 3 to 4 hours. every day. I did for 2 days. I'm like, my voice is sore. And we go to the hotel we're staying at like 12 o'clock. And we go to sleep around 1:30. It's really full on. It's not just we have nice prasadam and have a sleep all day. You have to work hard to preach Krishna consciousness. We really have to work hard. Just like Prabhupada says here, people are working so hard day and night. It's mentioned in this verse, day and night. People have second job. If you have energy left, you have third job. Where is the energy that is meant for Krishna? Human life is actually meant, according to this purport Prabhupada mentioned, to cultivate love for Krishna. We are working, my God. When do you have time for Bhagwan ke liye? That you have some energy left, use that for Krishna. We're working like a dog. Prabhupada mentioned in this verse actually, cat and dog. We work hard like cat and dog, best is for Krishna. Cat and dog doesn't work hard, but human beings are worse than cat and dog. Yeah, dogs are having a good time. They sleep all day at home while the owner's working. Cats, they're lazy little cats. They just eat and sleep day and night, look out the window. So human being has become worse than animals. You're working for your pets. And people spend so much money for their pet. Even you go to the supermarket, they have shelves and shelves, food for animals. One full, you know that? Pet food. Really good food. Sometimes people think, I wish I was cat and dog, I could eat that. So we are becoming animals. Shastra scripture says, Dui pada pashu, two-legged animals. You wear suit and tie, but when you speak, you're speaking garbage. It doesn't make sense. So that's what Prahlad Maharaj was saying. Prahlad Maharaj, he was telling his father, he said, you demoniac father, you want me to become economic. You want me to become a sense enjoyer. But that is not the purpose of human life. He was preaching to his dad, who is the biggest demon in the whole universe. And he said, who taught you this? And Prahlad Maharaj, he heard it from Narada Muni while he was in the womb of his mother. And we have the opportunity to hear about Krishna while we are sitting here. Not even in the womb. We're in the womb of Maya, material world. I think about these things. And it's been predicted this year coming, 2026, is going to be even harder than this year. There could be possibly nuclear war. One thing we're coming sitting here and everything's very good. We are sitting on death. Anything it can land on you, those bombs. And just like this purport, just like this verse, it is mentioned that Krishna arranges this military power. This goes, you can open the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, walk down the street, and then see exactly what's in the book, what's going around and going on around you. These are the predictions. For us, it's great news. Prabhupada was in Calcutta and during the Second World War, and the bombs were dropping in Calcutta. And Prabhupada said, this is Krishna coming in the form of the bombs. He's taking prasadam and chanting Hare Krishna. We don't die, the soul doesn't die, the body dies. What is there to worry about for us? Because we know there's a life after life. Life comes from life. Life doesn't come from matter. Life comes from life. You put a flower, a plant in a box with a hole on top. The plant will come out of that because there's life in it. Why we have to take tulsi so carefully? Because they can't handle the cold. They're persons. They need to have a tulsi house, warm house, where they can grow nicely. It's this life. Some people say, oh, this life is everything. I can do whatever I like. It's not everything. We die, the body dies, we have to take birth again. So, according to what you do now, is a judgment for what's going to be your next life. According to your activities you perform now, that's your future. You can't just go around and not being noticed. Everything is being recorded. Everything. In fact, how we are born, in what family, what type of body, what type of look, everything that we have is according to because it's been designed by someone. Guna karma vivagasa. According to your activities, guna and karma. That's how it's worked. Not because I'm a Brahman family, so I'm a Brahmana. You still have to qualify. It doesn't mean you are Brahmana because you're born in a Brahman family. I have a certificate. I did my course. At the time of death, you can show your certificate. Now I am initiated. That is nothing. It all works in your consciousness, in your heart. Krishna notices what we do. He's sitting in our heart. Hidesya Arjuna Tishtati. Krishna says, I'm sitting in the heart of all the living entities. I guide you when you desire to serve me. I lead you to that person who can give you Krishna consciousness. You have to have that intensity of sincerity, of serving Krishna. Then Krishna from within your heart will direct you to someone who can help you to serve Krishna consciousness. It's not just an accidental thing. There must be effort that you have to put in. It's not where you sit here and the food just jumps on your plate. There's so much effort goes in before that food can land on your plate. And then you have to also make sure that you're going to eat that, you'll digest or not. So there's so much work goes on to make that advancement, spiritual advancement. Especially, it requires our effort. So we have to create that spark of Krishna consciousness right here. That spark of Krishna consciousness that we're starting, that's why we are here. It's like a light of fire. It's not an easy thing. You can put kerosene, that's easy, or something. But to actually light a fire from a small, it's a lot of work. So similarly, Krishna consciousness movement is a movement for us to make spiritual advancement, to go back to Godhead. Like these kids, you're not going to be a kid forever. You have to grow up, adulthood. We're all in their age one time. So we have to grow up in Krishna consciousness. It's not that I'm here 10 years, 20 years, and I still go on doing whatever I want to do. So this temple we have today, Srila Prabhupada built this temple, Srila Prabhupada made this Hare Krishna movement on ISKCON organization all over the world to make us Krishna conscious, to become devotees of Krishna, to teach others about Krishna, to go out and distribute books like we are doing now. It's not just for us to just sit here and have a good time. In Srila Prabhupada, we have Srila Prabhupada's room up here. When he was here, he slept very little. If we can see Prabhupada's diary, he was sleeping very little. Every day, wherever he went, and he went around the world 13 or 14 times. And at that age, he was 69, 70, and he was going around the world. We go one time, we say, we're jet lag. We have to have a rest for weeks. Wherever he went, he had Bhagavatam class, he had morning program. He's up all night translating books. Why do we have all these books? Because you're up all night translating it. He worked more hard than any young people. Morning walk, wherever he went for morning walk, and young people couldn't even keep up with him because he was so intense. It's not the age, it's your spirit of Krishna consciousness that gives you the Shakti, the energy. Even young people, they're always tired. Old people work harder because you spend all your time looking at the screen and your phone. What is there? It's the same thing everybody else is watching. Before, people used to read newspaper. Now it's worse than that. So you're looking at something so intensely, you're actually releasing your body's energy. That's why people can't sleep. While they're asleep, they're looking at the thing. So you're disturbed. The senses are disturbed. Body's energy is messed up. So you can't relax. There's no relax. You have to relax to be able to sleep. And they say, oh, I have stress and anxiety. I have to go see a psychiatrist. Because you can't sleep because of your anxiety. Why do you have anxiety? Because you're always looking at the screen. You're releasing the energy that you need to serve. You don't have the energy. So many things. You can talk about Prabhupada mentioning here. Demons and devotees, these are the two type of people, they always exist. Because the purpose of demons is that they want to enjoy this body. They want to enjoy this world to the maximum. They don't believe in God. They are God. So that's why Krishna created this material world, where we can exercise our desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. So when we have this material world here, we are frustrated trying to enjoy this body, trying to enjoy this material world. We're frustrated. And that's why Krishna says, 4 kinds of men come to me. When there's misery, where is Bhagavan? Where is Bhagavan? He can help me. I can serve him. Looking for the truth of life. If people do yoga, looking alternative way of life, to find the inner happiness. But actually, we are showing that, the Krishna consciousness movement. Simply chant Hare Krishna. Simply do Harinam. Simply read Srila Prabhupada's books. Why Srila Prabhupada wanted us to so strongly emphasize book distribution? Because we have to cultivate knowledge. Jnana dipena bhasata. Krishna says through knowledge one is awakened, the soul. We're in ignorance. Omeganativadandasya. We're born in ignorance. Ignorance and passion, overcoming everyone. So through the knowledge we will know, what is going on, why am I suffering? So book distribution is so important. Go on Harinam on the street. These people say, wow, these people are so happy. So we're awakening them from ignorant life. That is the whole purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement. That is the purpose of Krishna coming here, to establish that knowledge. But Krishna did it differently. He himself expanded. He showed the universal form. He did extraordinary activities, Leela. Left to Govardhan Hill. And people, wow, he must be Bhagavan. So that's why he did it, so we can turn to him. We don't have the power to lift Govardhan Hill. But we can take show of the holy name. Krishna can empower us through chanting Hare Krishna. So, people, we are Kalau Suddha Sambhava. Prabhupada said in this purport that the 4 ashramas, they have their particular duties. The brahmanas, they're full of knowledge. So they provide the society with knowledge. And the Kshatriyas, they're the military class. They protect the citizens. You need that. You need to have a military class. Some people are born to be like a Kshatriya, fighters. So there's this, naturally Krishna created these 4 ashrams because you can't say I'm Brahmana, I'm a Kshatriya. Sometimes you may have a mixed character. also. Kshatriya type. Some people, they can't, they're very knowledgeable. That's why there's scholarship. Not everybody gets a scholarship. Some are very smart. They just study, they just know it so quickly. We have Gopal Vrindesh, very intelligent. And someone like me, just cooking. I don't have the intelligence. But if someone is a Brahmana, like them, someone is a fighter, we need to have a Kshatriya to protect the temple. We had Pandavas. Then we had, Vidura, who was a Brahmana. But the Pandavas are also Brahmanas because they have both qualities. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. And the Sudras, they're not very intelligent, but they can do work hard. Labor class. You need to have the labor class. Otherwise, who's going to collect the garbage? You cook all day and night, where all the garbage is going to go? Somebody has to clean it. So there's Shudra. So everybody has a job. So everyone's good. Like they say, I'm good. That's right. Everybody has to have a job. So Krishna created it, and there's farmers. They produce grains, they work in the field. So there's 4 ashrams Krishna created. Naturally, we have that character. We are built in us. So Prabhupada, perfect society is when you can be properly engaged in our natural propensities to serve Krishna. We have the farm, we have cooks, we have book distribution, we have brahmanas, sannyasis, they travel, gurus. But they're all working harmoniously. And the Brahmana and the Kshatriya is to protect the society, protect the devotees, protect the Vaishnavas. That is the main reason Krishna comes. Sadhunam, paritranaya sadhunam. Very clearly he says sadhunam. Sadhu means Vaishnava, devotees. Now we are being harassed. It's mentioned in the purport. Vaishnavas, devotees are harassed. There is no protection of the devotees. They don't recognize Vaishnava. This is why sannyasis there, they wear saffron. Oh, sannyasi, brahmana. So there's respect. So, society is divided in this way. In those days, we used to go on Harinam, people would throw an egg on us. They used to throw an egg on us. Now we go Harinam, we look forward to it, because it's such a pleasant thing, because people love the devotees. They join in with us. Before, in the 80s, when I first came here, Harinam was a difficult thing. Go out, people throw egg, swear at us, spit on us. So many ways they used to harass the devotees. They didn't recognize devotees. Let's beat them up. Just beat us up many times. There were fights in Harinam. We had to have a Kshatriya, a fighter, to protect us, a martial art devotee, come in the jeans and they'd be around us, the devotees, to protect us from being harassed. So, you have to have a military class. So this is asuras. There's asuras, right in the beginning of the creation, there's asuras, the demons, the sura and asura, demons and devotees. These two always exist. So we have Hare Krishna temple to create that first class Vaishnava, a Brahmana, to give up our bad habits. The bad habits are demoniac quality that sits in our heart. Previously, in the other yugas, the demons, big demons, they harass everybody. Now we live in Kali Yuga, we have demons and devotees in us, both. So sometimes we go, Haribol. So we have both in us. So we have to recognize the good side of us. The good side of us is what we are made up of. Brahmana, the spirit soul is pure in itself. We acquire the bad qualities. When you associate with rogues, you become a rogue. When you associate bad people, you become a bad people, drunkard and drug addicts. And you go around swearing all day. instead of chanting Hare Krishna. The word H is for Hare, K for Krishna. You can use it in another way. Everything we have, our purpose is to transform that in spiritual. From material, we make it spiritual. Just like this body. You can misuse this body, make this body into a gross thing, a big enjoyer. Why people are drunk? Because they drink too much, they can't keep balance. Imbalance. So Krishna consciousness movement is, we take prasadam to make the body spiritual. Spiritual food, holy food, sacred food. Prasadam, that's what it means. Mercy of the Lord. So if you eat something that you feel like eating, when you walk down the road in Harinam, we smell the pizza. And you start to drill. We have to go deeper that I am chanting. Nama Ruchi, we have to develop the taste for chanting. Otherwise we go for material things. There's no really taste there, cooked by the smokers, drunkards, they're cooking that. What kind of a habit they have, their mentality. So therefore when we cook prasadam offered to Krishna, it's so sacred. Even a little bit, you honor it with respect. It feels so good because it touches the heart. It purifies our heart. It purifies our consciousness. The subtleness there in the food is cooked by a non-devotee. The subtleness, their consciousness goes in the food and then they affect your consciousness. Then you think, oh, why am I acting like this? Because it's affected us. Because we ate the food that's cooked by a non-devotee. So, we have to understand the deeperness of Krishna consciousness. We are not showing the urgency. We are taking it as it comes. When I am unhappy, then I go to Krishna. Everything was going well, then I go to Krishna. I don't go to Krishna. Everything is, there is misery, I go to Krishna. Even as devotees, we take it easy. We have to show that urgency that I don't have much time here. The urgency is when the difficulty comes, then we turn to Krishna. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of difficulty coming this coming year. It's predicted. Everybody's talking. We come to Melbourne, maybe there's no Melbourne left. If we want to go to farm, there's no trees there. There's going to be radiation. Like I said, we don't have fear because we know the soul doesn't die. But if we don't have that understanding, that knowledge, we're going to be really stressful. You have to take shelter of Hare Krishna seriously. You have to take shelter of the Bhagavatam books, Srila Prabhupada, lotus, fall at the feet of lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, fall at the feet of Krishna. Take shelter of Hare Krishna sincerely, more sincerely. Then you see, wow. But if it's just on the surface, we will never go deeper and understand the real principle of Krishna consciousness. It will not affect our heart. We're going to still going around and think, oh, it's all good here. Nothing good in the material world, nothing good. Once you think there's something here in this world that is for me to live for, we are in Maya. There's nothing good here. You have to come to that platform when you can actually understand that principle of renunciation, that material world we're living in. Kuch nahi hai idhar. There's nothing here good. That's why Krishna says, I come here to show you what is the real thing, is to take shelter of chanting Hare Krishna. That is the real essence of the Vedas, that you can hold on to. That you can hold on to Krishna. Nothing else you can hold on to. Because everything you have, that's going to be gone at the end. We can't hold on to material things. It's all temporary. Even your own body, we can't have it forever. You think, I'm going to live forever. You're not Kumara, 4 Kumaras. They live forever as young. It's all taken away gradually, bit by bit. Old age comes. Why old age comes? Because if we are not old, we are young forever, we will never turn to Krishna. You think, oh, I'm so young, let me enjoy. So Krishna created the old age, so at least in the old age, we can turn to Bhagavan, we can turn to Krishna. We can ask ourselves, why is there old age? Why is there suffering? And that's why Krishna is so kind on us. So when the suffering comes, don't think, oh, God is so cruel. He's created that so that we can turn to Him, finally. Otherwise, we're going to be in illusion thinking, it's so fantastic here. There's nothing good here. So that's fantastic. You go down the road, you see people have nice houses. You know how hard work they work for that, to get that house? They're probably still paying for it, even in their 60s, 70s. It's not free. But Krishna consciousness is free. Transcendental knowledge is free. Whatever Krishna gave is all free. Isn't it? Krishna gave life. You can breathe. It's free. You can sit under a tree because Krishna put that tree there for you. We are destroying the tree. You cut the tree, make toilet paper. But Krishna put that beautiful tree so you can have a shade. You can eat the fruit. People have fruit trees in the backyard and it's falling off the tree, but they're buying fruit from supermarket. How dull it is. So Krishna gave us everything we need naturally, but we're destroying it. And we are increasing artificial life. AI. We already have a brain. If you didn't have a finger, you couldn't punch on your computer. Doesn't matter how intelligent you are. You still need that finger. You can sit here and just food comes from the farm, it cooks itself and puts on a plate and it goes in your mouth and then you just sit here and it digests for you. Krishna already did that. And we think we are so advanced, we create AI. We have a nuclear bomb. We think we are so advanced, destroy everybody. Nothing grows for 1,000 years. And they have these things much before now. Kurukshetra battlefield, they already had a Brahmastra, better than nuclear bomb. They could penetrate your womb of a mother and kill the child, not hurt the mother. Now they drop nuclear bomb, nothing will grow, a radiation, and thousands of miles away. It's all being destroyed, and we think we're so advanced. So here, asuras, they create these things to destroy the world. Ugra karma. Prabhupada mentioned here, factory. They work day and night. And the factory, people are so dirty. They're under the car and cleaning, doing all this work. And at the end they get some money and from food. Sometimes they didn't have even time to eat. They're eating on their way to work. They're subbing in some sandwich. That's life. And we think we come home, work all day and night, and go to your nice house, but hardly you can actually spend time in home. When you have a free time, you want to go somewhere else. So the purpose of human life is to not live like such artificial life. The purpose of human life, Krishna says, Prabhupada says here, is to cultivate love for Krishna. That's the purpose of ISKCON Hare Krishna movement, is to create that Brahmana, is to create the Vaishnava. So cultivate love for Krishna so can go back to Godhead, end this material cycle of birth and death for good, and go back to Godhead. Forget here, coming back here. Shine punya marthalaka vishanti. We don't even have desire to go to heaven, because even from heaven you have to come down here. Our purpose is to go to where we live for eternally with Krishna. That is spiritual world. That's our real home. Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal. That place where there is, Krishna explains, Nasa Sankana Bhāpavati. That place where there's no need of sun or moon or electricity. Self-effulgence, Atmaram. That's where we belong. But we love it here. We love it here. We are so accustomed to living here because life after life, we've been in this material body. We are so used to living here like a bird in the cage. They're stuck in the cage, but they love being in the cage. Even you take them out, and there's time for them to fly off. And then they put him back in. Ah, cheep, cheep, cheep. I love in my cage. So that's what we're doing. We're in the same platform. We're so used to living in the material world, life after life in different bodies. 8,400,000 species of life. And when we have the chance to go back to Godhead, right now in the human form, we are still thinking there is some, I still make some effort to live here. We're not making any effort to get out of here, to go back to Godhead. We're not making any effort. That's why Prabhupada gave us this knowledge. Why we have this emphasis on book distribution. Because this knowledge is so much valuable. So people need to wake up. Only through Vedic knowledge, only through Atmagyan, spiritual teachings, knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna conscious teachings, we can wake up to this knowledge. We are not going to wake up through economic. Wake up to other ways. It's not that you hear Bhagavatam on 7 days. You have to hear always. Implement that teachings that we learn. We have to implement that in our own life. Our lifestyle have to develop in a way that we can be Krishna conscious always. So we don't have a chance to fall back into that material entanglement. The entanglement is that we are web of Maya. We are entangled here. That's why you love it here. We can't get out because we're stuck here. And we don't make any effort to get out of this cycle. So understand that Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaisya, Sudra. Why Krishna didn't create this for a joke? Krishna created Brahmana, Kshatriya, so Vaisya, Sudra, because that's our natural character. We have a different character. Krishna created these 4 ashrams so we can be engaged in our constitutional propensities, properly engaged by establishing Krishna in the center. The common goal of a devotee that Krishna is in the center. Then things will go harmoniously. If everybody have their differences, then there's going to be no harmoniously. So we have to create the harmoniousness. We have common goal, that common Supreme Lord Krishna in the center, then everything goes nicely. That's why the society is not working, because they take Krishna out, then try to fix things. The problem is there. So you have to go to the root of the problem. The root of the problem is we want to desire, we have material desire. Desire to enjoy this world. Prabhupada said, you take fish out of water, you can give them everything they need. But they're going to die eventually because the fish belong in the water. So we're trying the same thing. We're trying to enjoy this material world in a wrong place. No matter how much material things you may have, you're not going to be happy because in a wrong place. Our home is in the spiritual world. Understand? No matter how hard you work, economic development, you study, you get a PhD, you learn material knowledge, and IT, and this tea and that tea. Unless you have spiritual knowledge, all these things will have no value at the end. That's the whole idea, is to understand more clearly these things. Any questions?
You mentioned how like everyone is different, like a scholar or someone is a gardener, someone is a farmer, and they're all working harmoniously to serve Krishna. to serve Krishna in their own way. So Prabhuji, then why does Srila Prabhupada sometimes in his lectures say that book distribution is the topmost service or deity worship is the topmost service?
Srila Prabhupada, even though he said book distribution is top service, and it is. You can find out, I said before, you can find out yourself. You go out on the street, try to stop people. Impossible. You take a microphone and whack them in the head there, "Hi, oh, why did he hit me?" Then you can tell them about Krishna. So it's not easy to go out on the street and distribute books. So obviously it is the top service. But he didn't say serving, he didn't say cooking for Krishna is not top. He didn't say top. He said book distribution top, but he didn't say worshipping deity, pujari is not top. He didn't say not. You understand? But like I said, it's not, you can go out yourself in the street and try to distribute books. It's not easy. So it is top. But serving Krishna also, otherwise, other services like cooking, dressing deity, cleaning temple, painting the ashram, studying, this is also good, also top. Who can stay all day in the ashram and study? He fall asleep in half an hour. So that's also top. And I can't be in the kitchen all day and night cooking. I need a break too. So I go on holiday. It's also top. You know, you go in their kitchen. How many people, you say, yeah, I'm a Brahmana, and now I can cook all day. I'm the one who's doing that. You come cook once a week, you say, it's enough for me. Every day you go in there, it's not easy. Of course, so it's all top. But book distribution is top. You have to see because they're getting the knowledge. Why we are here in the temple? Because somebody gave you a book. So that's why it's top in that way. So you understand this thing because you're attending the class every day. So if you miss the class, you hear it online. So that's why Bhagavatam class is important. So if you're sitting here and having a sandwich, you put a earplug, then there's no use. You have to know why you're doing it, why you're sitting here. You're not sitting here so you have a nice marble floor, you can have a nice wall to sit, to have a break, and it's very peaceful, and you can have your, you can be on your iPad. No, you're here for a reason. So when you go distribution books, that person that gets a book from you, that person will know that Krishna consciousness is so good because I got the book. So he reads the book. Prabhupada is telling everything about Krishna in the book. So he reads it, and he'll know, wow, that's why he's highest. Why we're here in the temple, why we're cooking, why in the ashram, why addressing deity, he took sannyas, or whatever, because you got a book at first. So if you didn't get a book in the street, you have less chance to become a devotee. But he didn't say you were doing puja, you're low class. Only books. So you go in the pujari room, have a book bag next to you, hanging and doing the arati. So there's a concept behind everything we do. It's not like physically, you have to understand. So it's like when the sannyasis come, oh Maharaj, and you fall at his feet, roll on the ground crying, tears going on his feet. And then I come around and say, get out of here, you're not sannyas. I don't like you. I only like sannyas. No, you have to understand that Vaishnava and accordingly respect. So it's not a sentimental thing. You have to understand the principle. Just like we want to open a new temple and everyone's talking about it. It's good, the good intention. You have another temple, good. We don't say no. It's also good. If you can go there, your hair standing on an end, tears flowing from your eyes, another temple, go there. If you don't have tears in your eyes in Dank Street, hair standing on end, maybe another temple will go there. get it. Whatever it is. We are so bad here. You chant Hare Krishna, help us in a Dank Street temple, tears not coming from our eyes, hair standing not an end. Okay, then you go to, Point Cook, another temple there, and then your hair standing end. Then fine, wherever it is. So we have to see for yourself. Whoever inspires in Krishna consciousness, we have different gurus who inspires you. But it's all good. We didn't say, you're better, you're better than you. This guru is actually really good because he wears Birkenstock shoes. Or he has a better danda. And, no, you don't base your understanding because you like. You have to see their spirituality. There's Krishna conscious platform. So then it's all good, and everyone has different characters of Krishna in different ways. They're all good in a different way. So you have to learn to appreciate devotees accordingly in the spiritual platform. So I like this mandir, I don't like that temple, I like this sannyasi, I don't like you because you're in a diet, so I can cook less for you. Or you eat too much, you're not a sannyasi. No, we don't criticize. Everyone has a character. You have a better temple, or you have a Mercedes, and I have a Toyota, I want Mercedes. This is a mundane consciousness. Or your Dank Street temple is too crowded. So we have a bigger temple, come here, so we can, what is this? You have to have that vision. Wherever makes you Krishna conscious is good. We don't criticize. We have to be very careful. You have a nice clean house, okay? Nice carpet, and you pull the carpet off, all the dust is under there. So you're sweeping one place, but you're putting the dust somewhere in your house. So you have to be very careful to respect the devotees. Not going around and saying, you're better than me, I'm better than you. I'm a devotee for more than 50 years. I don't go around telling, wait a minute, Haribol, I'm 50 years devotee. Pay obeisances. We have to be very humble. What's 50 years? We're in a material world, millions and millions of years. In a material world, in a material body. The duration of each universe is billions of years. We have no understanding. So if you live for 100 years, this billions of years, just a second, is nothing. But we go around thinking, I'm so great. So we have to be very careful to how we approach Krishna. Krishna doesn't need your big temple. Krishna doesn't need even a hut. And the Goswamis of Vrindavan lived under the tree, yet they are great devotees of Krishna. We can talk so many things. If I don't mind to live under a tree, if that tree can make me Krishna conscious. I can have a huge temple, but if I'm lost in it, if I'm not Krishna conscious, what's the point? So we have to make the effort to serve Krishna, but in a way that we don't sweep the dust under the carpet. You have a clean carpet underneath and on top. Like a gulab jamun. We all love gulab jamun. Prabhupada gave gulab jamun because it's so good. People in the West, they loved it. But it's perfect round, perfectly in juice, very soft, and it's perfect. It has to be perfect in every way. It's not like, they're ugly and the hard one side soft. No. So we say something bad and there's something good. It's not like that. You have to be. Yudhishthira Maharaj was a great devotee of Krishna. He went out to see who is bad. He came back and he said everybody is good. Because he himself was thinking, I am bad. Everyone is good. Duryodhana went out and he came back, he said, I can't find anybody good out there. Because he is thinking, I'm so great. He said everybody's bad. So we have to be like that, see everybody in a good way. That's Uttamadhikari. We're not on that platform. So we go around saying, you are good, I'm bad, So be very careful. Greatest devotees. Greatest devotees, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Tukaram, so many great devotees. They never criticize anyone. They're always thinking, I'm the lowest. They're the greatest devotee. I've been a devotee 50 years, I go around, I'm the greatest. What kind of attitude is that? They're with Krishna, gopis. The Goswamis, they're gopis. They're Krishna's associate, intimate associate, Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was tears in his eyes chanting Hare Krishna, looking at the deity. Okay, this temple is small, but I've been coming here since 1980s in Melbourne temple. Never once I had tear in my eyes and hair standing on end. How can you go to another temple and a hair will come stand on the end? If I don't have it here. Amen. So if I go to a Hindu mandir, I see Durga Devi hair standing on end, then I don't have love for Krishna. I love for demigod. So you have to see different angle. If I see devotee in the temple, I should love them, touch their feet, respect, touch their feet. Doesn't matter who you are. That's, it's not artificial. It takes guts to do that, to give up our ego. So you have to not chant Hare Krishna, tears doesn't come in your eyes, because we have that attitude. Our heart's blocked. We fall for Maya. We work so hard to build a house. We work so hard to please our family. We have to have the same effort to please Krishna. We are building our home in the spiritual world. Also, Krishna is building a house for you. But that depends how you are performing your service now, in what attitude. It's not to increase number of devotees. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada was not an ordinary guru or ordinary Vaishnava. There are thousands of devotees, thousands of gurus, but Prabhupada is that one person who went to America. So he is singled out. Prabhupada said, there's so many stars, but there's one moon can light up the stars. That's Srila Prabhupada. So we can have, is not to have so many devotees, we can make the whole of Melbourne devotees. But we have to develop that highest character of a Vaishnava to make that one pure devotee of Krishna. Like Bhaktisiddhanta. Not everybody is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Nashtika Brahmachari. Not everyone is like Prabhupada. Or you were trying to become Acharya. We're trying to follow the footsteps of the Acharyas. And have that kind of attitude. It's so simple to understand. So we have to give up our ego. I'm the owner, I am this, I am that, I have this, I have that. I have a bigger house than you. My guru is Radhanath Swami, and your guru is, Sankarshan Prabhu. No, don't, that's the offense. So you have to see that everyone is so good and respect accordingly. So many things, okay? Any other questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the class. I was wondering about your example of modern conflict and war, and the verse obviously says that Krishna arranges these fights for devotees to advance in Krishna consciousness. But forgive me if I've misunderstood. If for a modern conflict that is, of a global scale, doesn't that also increase the difficulty if it, causes suffering and helps, causes, certain communities to be torn apart and increases difficulty in that way?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so, good question. Amongst us, there's also war. If there's no war, we create a war. If there's no war amongst us, then you have a problem yourself, your mind giving you trouble. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that we have to overcome the dualities of the mind. So there's always a war going on. But we don't have to unnecessarily create a war. There's a purpose of a war. The whole Hare Krishna movement is a war. We're against, Prabhupada used to say, we are creating a war against Maya. You know what I mean? But when you purposely can, and Krishna says, you have to also control anger. Kama, krodha, tata, lovas, tasmaretam trayatajet. He said, lust, anger and greed. You have to give this up because they lead to degradation of the soul. So the anger, Prabhupada gives the example of anger is there, but you have to rightly use the anger. Hanuman is angry, but he killed the demons on instruction of Lord Ram. Arjuna got angry because Krishna told him. So if we act according to the instruction of Krishna, that's the proper use of the anger. So the war is there. That war, if it is directed by Krishna, that is religious war. Not while you're asleep, they drop a bomb on you. There's a selected place where you go and you fight amongst who want to fight, equal battle. They blow the conch and you finish, drop your arm. And you have friends. They start and finish in a particular time, and a selected area. No women, no children, amongst the equals. You drop your weapon, they drop the weapon, you fight with the hand. Now there's nuclear war, advanced technology. There's no meaning because they destroy the place forever. What kind of war is that? So the idea of war is to reduce the demoniac force according to this verse, so it makes it easier for devotees to chant Hare Krishna. Because there's so many demons that when you go Harinam, everybody throw egg on you, then it'll be hard. So if they die, then we can chant Hare Krishna easily. Krishna is always on the side of a devotee. He's in control, not these demoniac people. Krishna is Jagannath. He's the master of the universe. He owns everything. So when Srila Prabhupada was trying to open the temple in Mumbai, it was really hard because there was one guy, if you read about it, he was giving a hard time to Prabhupada. Then one day that guy had a heart attack. And Prabhupada said, "Thank you, Lord Nrsimhadev." So Krishna is in control, not us. Not 1 second we're in control. We want this, we want that. It's not up to us. We can pray, we can desire, we can be enthusiastic, we can pray to Krishna. Everything has to become in a humble approach. Not that, oh yeah, I will do it. You have to be humility. So the war is there, it starts with us. There's no war, we create the war. Just right after the COVID, everybody still have the hangover from the COVID. Then the Russia-Ukraine started. Everything was just going well. We're just getting over it. And now there's so many problems. Because Prabhupada said the result of war is because of sinful activity. Cow killing, meat eating. It destroys the dharma, violence. And they're wondering why there's war. And let's be peace. But they go home and they eat meat. They don't understand that we are actually the one who actually bring the peace in the world. Follow the 4 principles. No meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex, chanting Hare Krishna, which they don't do. This is the cause of war. If we don't do, we're going to be fighting among ourselves. Amongst ourselves, we'll be fighting. So to be very careful. Have respect for each other. You can open a temple, but if you're, on the other hand, you're fighting with other devotee, what kind of situation is that? That's why, like I said, you have a clean carpet, but the dust is all under there. You have to understand the concept. Someone who is really serious to be Krishna conscious. How many people are sitting here? And you want to open a big temple for the class. Like I said, the quality of chanting is to create that pure love for Krishna. With tears in our eyes, we're chanting, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. We go to Vrindavan, half the time we are out there shopping. We don't even in the temple for the program. Prabhupada gave us the temple everywhere. We go shopping and 50% of the time you enjoy. Go shopping for your sari, dhoti, and you go to the restaurant. Well, you're not going for the program. So we have everything, facility, but it starts with your own self. We create the war because our minds are all over the place. We're not fixed on Krishna. Even though Krishna is here, we're looking elsewhere. As soon as this program is finished, my time now, and then you leave. So these programs are there so we can boost our Krishna consciousness. When you go out, we can remember Krishna because of that program he had in the beginning of the day. So whatever you do, the Krishna is there to gives us the fixed in Krishna consciousness throughout the day. But if you don't, then it's going to be all over the place. Yeah. So everything we do has to be quality. So you can have everything. Krishna has given everything like that. Okay? This material world, there's going to be always war. We're not in the spiritual world. So there's going to be war in the material world. Like all those millions and millions of people died, they went back to Godhead because they died in front of Krishna. So we are not going to live forever. We die now or die later. We have to die one day. So nothing to be excited about. We die today or die tomorrow or 50 years' time. We have to die one day. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, for those who are born, death is certain. There's nothing here to live for. You can drink lassi, mango lassi, in a golden cup. But the lassi is lassi. Or you can have it in a clay cup. But the enjoyment, the material enjoyment, is not any different than any where you drink from. It's the same stuff. Illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, this is all Krishna Prabhupada told us to give up those things because that's what keeps us in this world, entanglement. If you look at it, we're working so hard day and night. What do you get at the end of life? All you have to leave it. So intelligent person will know, Buddha Bhava, how you know? Where's the logic? You have to leave all that here. That's why Buddha, he left. He was a prince. He left everything. But we as devotees, we should know these things. This is all temporary. It's not they have a better place. We have to fix our consciousness. A better place, so I'll be Krishna conscious. I'll go to Vrindavan because I'll go Radha Kund. I'll be more Krishna conscious. I was just in Vrindavan. I couldn't hardly wait to come back because it was so crowded. I could sit peacefully chant here. I couldn't even get in the temple, too many guests. So we create a situation where we can chant Hare Krishna. But sometimes there is going to be crowded. But you have to learn to tolerate and be Krishna conscious in whatever situation we are in. You're looking for a better opportunity, a good life, and a good facility. You're never going to have that because we're in a material world. You want to go to the forest? There's no forest. They cut the trees, make toilet paper for you. So we have to be Krishna conscious wherever we are. Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan. Perfect place. He went to New York. New York is not a place, is not Vrindavan, but he brought Vrindavan with him. So here it says, it's not we killed the Asura with a gun. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came 500 years ago. He took a weapon. That weapon is the holy name. Kill the ego. The ego is not easy to kill. You can drop a bomb on your head, but you still have the ego. The 8 layers. So only way to kill the ego is through Hare Krishna, mantra, Maha Mantra. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. So we're at war. with Maya. A bigger war. Because we can't kill the ego. They can kill your body, but they can't kill the soul. So, Prabhupada said, if they understood what we're up against, they will kill us. Because we're against this economy. We're against all the things they do. But they don't understand that we are giving the highest thing. Okay? I have to stop. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanstam Śrīrūpaṁ Cakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitanstam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,